Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to another clip from the club. Hope you guys are all doing well. Remember, we are proudly sponsored by the guys over at Super 6. I am loving live playing Super 6 right now. I'm getting so much closer to actually winning that £250,000. It's free to enter. All you have to do is predict 6 scorelines. If you nail those 6 scorelines, you win £250,000. But also, if you join our league, the code's Club S6, join that league, and if you beat myself, Buvey and Rory, as well as the rest of the OGs in our league, we'll give you a classic football shirts voucher worth £100. So not only could you win £250,000, you could also beat all of us lot and get a brand new footy shirt as well. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy this clip and make sure you're checking out Super 6.
You're watching a clip from the Club podcast.
Make sure you follow it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and give it a 5-star review.
So here you go. Here's a lovely clip from our podcast. Have you heard all this chat about Lionel Messi to Barcelona making a glorious homecoming return? Prodigal son stuff, this.
It's worrying for Barcelona.
Apparently talks are very advanced for this return. He reportedly turned up at Barcelona airport with about 15 suitcases and his family. We hear PSG are no longer in talks with him regarding an extension of his contract. They want to focus on younger signings. An offer is on the table for Messi, but won't move from their position. So here's mulling a possibility that he goes back to Barcelona for an homecoming. Now, the only reason he left was because of financial issues, wasn't it, at the time?
Has anything changed at Barcelona? It feels awkward. It feels financially unfeasible. Look, we're not accountants, are we? But
well, Barcelona currently have a wage bill of around 600 million euros. That's 531 million pounds current exchange rate, and they need to reduce it by 200 million euros. I tell you what, bring the best player on the planet home. Yeah. Unless he's going to play for free. As it stands, they can't register the renewals of Javi, Marcos Alonso, Ronaldo Araujo, and Sergio Roberto for next season, let alone sign Leo Messi. Messi is reportedly willing to accept €25 million a year a deal, with 25% of what he was previously earning at Barcelona.
I think we can get caught up in the business end of it.
I hope they do, because it means we get Frankie de Jong, maybe.
You're upset. Look, honestly, you got to let it go now, man. There's a girl.
I will for the sake of this conversation, but
there's a girl I liked in 2012. I really liked her. Yeah,
I think you should give her a shout.
It's 12 years, bro.
Bro, you should give her a shout.
I've let her go now.
You know why? Because you're a big deal now.
I'm not finding her on
London
Facebook.
marathons these days. You're on billboards in Leicester Square, may I add. You are kind of a big deal now. I think
I've had to let her go, mate.
Holla.
I've had to let her go, mate. I'm not adding her on Facebook. She's probably got a kid now. But the point is,
baby daddy Buvey.
Maybe she had a baby and he's gone to Everton for Leicester City away. I mean, that could have been my kid. But all jokes aside, you're never getting De Jong in a million years. He doesn't want to go, mate. Let it go.
No, let's not get away from this conversation. Leo Messi to Barcelona.
On a footballing level, this would be exactly what the football world needs. Barcelona needs the best players. The fact they've been linked with Aubameyang again this summer is absolutely embarrassing. They've got Marcos Alonso running up and down the wing for Barcelona. It doesn't feel right. As much as I don't like Barcelona for some things they've said about Man City, for how they've kind of made Champions League football clubs kind of exclusive, and they've not enjoyed City being involved in that regard. Messi is a Barcelona legend. He's probably the best player. Well, he is the best player to ever play for that club. He needs to be playing, not for PSG, not for a Qatari club or a Saudi Arabian club. He needs to be at Barcelona or in Argentina. But could this be
catastrophe further down the line for Barcelona? Because we're seeing a club that have pulled all sorts of financial levers. Now, they've won the league. Fair play to them. I think they deserve a lot of credit for that. No one would have predicted that. They failed in the Champions League, come up short in the Europa League. They're a team that are constantly expected to have a high turnover of players. Is this, should you be bringing Lionel Messi back, or should you be focusing on the future?
Well, if you prescribe to the idea that Barcelona are screwed either way, and because there is an argument, you can go out and sign, they can go out and sign the best young Spanish talent. A lot of these guys, and they might have to still compete with Premier League clubs to sign those kind of players. Frankie de Jong coming to them from Ajax, that wasn't a cheap deal either. It's not like that he was 10 million quid.
He's on huge wages.
He's on huge wages as well. So there is an argument that this kind of short-term approach to kind of stabilise the club, the way they sold the Spotify rights. I know it's completely different to Messi coming in, but there is an argument that if Barcelona are looking for the short-term boost, Messi is still in a position where he could help them win silverware, help them compete in the Champions League for at least a year, 2 years. There is an argument that he actually actually helps him on the footballing pitch just to get back to a higher level, and then he goes. That is an argument.
But you look at Real Madrid though, and I know Barcelona have a lot of incredible young talent as well, but you're already here. They can't register Javi, they can't do this, they can't do that. I know they have a great, academy and all that. And you look at some of the talent in the team currently, amazing, Pedri, all that. But Real Madrid are building a team. They're arguably possibly going to get Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. You got Vinicius Jr., who's possibly going to be, potential Ballon d'Or winner in his time.
Yep.
I know Benzema's not getting any younger, but they'll probably be linked with Erling Haaland for his next move in a year or two or whenever that is. You look at their team and they're building for the future. Shouldn't Barcelona be doing the same?
Yeah, but I just think you're right. You're 1,000,000% right, aren't you? But I don't know how they do that with their financial constraints.
Are they not putting the future of their club at risk?
Yeah, they are. They are. And they must.
You can't sell Messi after this.
No, you can't. You can't. You got to hope that he wins you a Champions League and the media rights that kind of it boosts the kind of.
Well, they'll have that. They kind of had that Messi tax, didn't they? Where not Messi tax, but the stadium was sold out more. They sold more in terms of.
That's what I mean. It might be a
commercial deals. They sold more in terms of hospitality packages. They sell more because Messi's there. The whole La Liga probably benefits from it because then when he's going to playing all these other clubs, their stadium probably sells out for those games. So obviously they have that side of things where they'll benefit from it and they'll be shown on TV more in other countries and all those kind of things. But is that enough to right the wrongs that you've already?
I don't think anything's enough. I don't think they can sign 6 or 7 or 8 young, like the players that you mentioned for Real Madrid. They've done such a good job. They've even got the kid from the Brazilian league coming over next summer, isn't it? I forgot his name. It's awful, but
Kennedy.
But Rodrigo, Vinicius, Endrick. It's Endrick. Sorry,
Endrick. Yeah.
They've got Endrick coming in. Vinicius, Rodrigo. Jude Bellingham, as you rightly mentioned, is a genuine. Could be a Real Madrid player in a few months.
Mbappe being linked with Real Madrid constantly.
Even the stadium. The Bernabeu is actually being transformed into a whole new kind of world. The new camp, not so. And they're not even filling it out. They're playing the Europa League against Man United on a Thursday night. That's not good for them. It's not. So I worry for Barcelona.
But you're saying bring Messi back.
But I worry for them. I don't think they can sign 5 or 6 young, world-class, prodigious players. Look at Chelsea. I know we have a go at Chelsea, but all right, whether you think Mudrik's a good signing or not, he is considered a prodigious young winger that could be the future of football in terms of in that position.
At least he was.
And Barcelona cannot sign Mudryk for 80 million quid like Chelsea can. Badashir, they can't sign that. They can't sign him for that kind of money and put him on 150 grand a week for 8 years. They can't do it. So there is an argument, short-term fix until they find a longer-term solution. Get Messi back, get it feel good. It's a short-term fix.
It is, but I don't know if it's actually going to fix anything. That's the problem. You've won the league issue. Already.
Do you want to see Messi back? Are you a Messi fan?
I think romantically,
in that way?
It's great, isn't it? Seeing Messi back in a Barcelona shirt. But look, if I was when I watch El Clasico, I always want Real Madrid to win. Long before the Ronaldo Messi stuff, I always kind of edge towards Real Madrid. I just find it a little bit more glamorous. But you want Barcelona to be a powerhouse in the sport. You want Barcelona to be a mainstay.
Yeah.
And if they're putting the club at risk, the possibility of Barcelona around normal.
But then there is the argument of if he has to play somewhere, I don't want him playing in Paris. I don't want him playing in Saudi Arabia.
City?
Yeah, I'd love him. He should have actually done that move to Guardiola for 2 years and gone back to Barca that way. It
should have been that instead of PSG.
It should have been to City, and I think he would have won us everything. We were built for him at that time, playing false 9. He would have played as a false 9. It breaks my heart, mate. It absolutely breaks my heart.